is Johnny Wrestling, or Johnny Takeover, as my shirt says. And listen, I want you to listen. Like, we're at a ball right now. It's crazy. It's loud. It's hectic. We're in New York City. But I want you to listen to No Holds Barred Network.
Enough is enough. They're always taking their sides. Careless and plus and minus, they're divine.
Hey guys, welcome back to the No Holds Barred Network. This is episode 16 of Under the Ropes. I'm your host, as always, the EVP of Giggles, the Heartbreak Chick, and the Queen of the Indies. And I'm joined, oh my lord, I am joined by Referee Ryan. What is going on?
What's up?
You're a mess. You're a mess.
I try to make that as uncomfortable and fun at the same time.
I hear you, definitely. So, thank you so much for joining today. What's it called? So yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm so excited to do this interview with you. So if you guys are new to the channel, so Under the Ropes is I do interviews with wrestlers, backstage, promoters, referees. I mean, anything that's available to the indie world. I love it. So me and Ryan actually know each other for, it's probably like over a year, I think.
Yeah, a little over a year probably.
Probably like a year and a half about now. So, and we were just talking about this before, is that we met in an ICW show and we were changing business cards.
Yep.
So it's pretty funny, and like now we got you on, and now we get to talk, and this is gonna be fun. So
that's what it's all about. Let's do this.
That's what it's all about. So guys, if you're in the chat, if you got questions, drop them into the chat because I will read them. Ryan will gladly answer them. You're in the chat. Hey Chris, what's going on? All the havoc that I caused screaming your.
What up?
It's a New York thing, kinda.
Sweet.
So yeah, so pretty much like I know I usually set up for like questions, but because of the fact that I feel like this is gonna be like a laid back kind of interview with Ryan because I know Ryan, but for you guys who don't know Ryan, Ryan works with a lot of promotions. So why don't you tell some of the promotions that you do work for?
Sweet. All right. Well, hi, I'm Brian. I work for House of Hardcore, Game Changer Wrestling, Synergy, Standalone, Pro Wrestling After Dark, UWA Elite. I feel like I'm missing something. ICW. I apologize, Danny. Yeah, that's the handful of them. Yeah,
he's all over the
it's
place.
Awesome.
You name it, he's there.
I try to be.
And then I always bust his chops when I see him because I'm always like, all right, Macarena, let's go. Like
that's my thing. Yeah, that's my go-to. I wish I did that in Japan. I totally forgot to.
Yes,
I am so sorry.
I'm actually like I'm a little salty at you that you didn't do it before. Like I'm a little now that's it. Interview's over. Sorry guys.
Bye.
So it's funny because, like I said, we're gonna go all over the place.
I lost you.
So, oh no, what did you do?
I pressed the button on my phone by mistake.
Hit the video button. There you are. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So, like I said, we're gonna go all over the place. So, what I really want to know, because me and you were talking at the last ICW show in Jersey. And you were telling me that you were going to Japan for GCW. So I really want to know about this trip because this was your first trip to Japan with GCW.
Yeah, this was it was like kind of like a last minute decision in all honesty. Well, by like a few months or so. I was supposed to go last August, but I was volunteering for the Valerie Fund camp Happy Time, so it's something that like really means a lot to me. So I couldn't go that week of last year, but when I went this year, it was the coolest experience of my life. If anyone's ever able just to go to Japan just to see the entire like how the world works over there. It's amazing. Um, yeah. So when we got there, we basically all arrived almost at the same time. Everyone's on different flights, mostly. Went there. We all went into our awesome Airbnb. From there, we had like they're a day ahead, and I didn't know that. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm really bad with that type of stuff. So we were a day ahead. We watched. So we that Sunday we woke up, went to watch the Super Bowl 8:30 in the morning, which was awesome. FaceTime my family, that was pretty cool. And then, but the shows and first ring were amazing. The fans are just incredible. They I can't describe it. It's definitely a different feel. It's with their culture. The ring is awesome. Like I'll be honest with you, that ring was really nice. But I really don't know how to describe the fact that like how much it meant to me, but also knowing that it was literally a game changer for my life. It was I can't even describe it. I just recommend if you're able to like watch all Fight TV just to see what I'm trying to talk about. You feel that vibe. It was a really great time.
It's crazy. I mean, I watched some of it, so it's great. But like Japan is like very big into the death matches.
Yes, yeah, it was really cool. Especially the referee three of them, I believe that week. But like the venue opened up, I think an hour beforehand, and people were lining up 2 3 hours before the event started. So it was just you could just see the amount of respect that they provide during the match, before the show, before the event starts, with myself, with other workers as well. Um, yeah, it was just I can't wait to go back if I ever have the opportunity again.
That's so awesome. How was the
Yeah,
food?
yeah.
Anything interesting that you tried?
So we went to Mr. Dangerous. That steak was awesome.
Hmm.
Rivera's we went to, awesome as well. We went to another steak place called Billy the Kid, I think it was called. That was cool too. There's two more wrestlers sitting right next to us. That was pretty sick. I was very intimidated. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, the food was good. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the stuff I couldn't really. I'm kind of picky in a way as well. So I went to their 7-Eleven and just like devoured their like ice cream throughout the entire week. So I was not healthy whatsoever.
Oh.
But it was cool. Yeah, Mystery Dangerous was awesome. That was a great time.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you get to go to the infamous Taco Bell that Alex Zane was able to go to?
I did not. I did not go there. I wish I went.
I
But one thing we did that was fun. Me, uh, Oren, and a couple other Alex Cologne and Dana, who works for GCW, went to an otter cafe, and we hung out with otters and owls. It was awesome.
Oh, that's
Like
awesome.
yeah, that was a really cool time.
It's cool. I like watching like even like when Alex Zane went to Japan. It was cool like actually see like a whole bunch of Instagram stories. So I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I was like, I gotta see all this stuff. So even like you had posted some stuff as well too, because I'm like, oh, I'm living through you. It's pretty interesting. Like hopefully the goal is I could go to Japan one day. But even like watching you like, oh man, that's so cool. So
yeah, like it feels weird. It felt like if it happened, but like it happened just so fast because it was like event after event after event, like, and then uh myself and a few other people left a few days early. Uh, like everyone else had other events. I wish I stayed. I wish I stayed there for a month or 2. Like that was, it was cool.
so
It was really cool.
you're gonna go back, obviously.
100%, 100%. Like even though like the talent there is just incredible. Like I work with Kikatori here, but like over there, you can just see how the fans love him no matter what, and just all the other the other workers I worked with is just so much respect, and everyone just like got along so well, like as if like we've known them, or if I've known them for so long. Yeah, I recommend going.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think that's like the bucket list for like a lot of wrestling fans. Like when I talk to a lot of people, they tell me the goal is Japan. So,
Yeah.
so awesome, awesome. That's so exciting. So, how did you like get into like the business of becoming a referee?
All right, here we go. Ready?
Yes.
So, as some people know, some people don't. So, I was like 10 years old doing backyard wrestling, right? So, I started off doing backyard wrestling as a manager, then a wrestler. It was backyard wrestling, so it doesn't really count. It's like on trampoline. But one thing I've learned from like when I was wrestling with certain people then that are who are very well known now on the Indies.
Hmm.
It's like same thing as playing basketball. Like if you're playing as a kid, like on the street, it's the same thing as doing backyard wrestling. I mean, safety is a whole different thought, but like you get to like just you're practicing
Hmm.
basically for your future. So I went to ECW in Lake Hiawatha, New Jersey,
Hmm.
with Kyle, KTB, a guy named Joey Hedges, and a few others. Mike Quest, Cypress, Arcadia, a lot of people from UWA Elite. We all started off there, and I trained with a guy. My trainer was named as Gary Morer. He worked for Ring of Honor.
Hmm.
I was only a few weeks in, and then next thing you know, I was on a show.
That's awesome.
So I've started. I've been doing this refereeing since I was 18. Yep.
A lot
Let
of
me fix that.
a lot of people do they start young, like, because I even noticed that as well. Like a lot of them like start very, very young. I saw a clip last week at the CCW dojo, and I
Hmm.
was like, oh, the referee's like really young. But I know you can start training like even as a wrestler really young, like 15, 16, right? I think, and as long as you have your parents' permission. But in
Yeah.
order to have like matches and stuff, you have to be 18, correct?
I'm not sure what the actual standpoint is on how it works now. In
Hmm.
all honesty, I'm not just gonna sugarcoat that. I do know when KTB started wrestling, he was 14,
Hmm.
and that's when he made his pro debut.
Hmm.
So, but that was also years ago. I'm not sure what the age range their age starts at now. I think it is 16. I think it is with parents' permission,
Yeah.
um, consent, of course. Yeah, I don't really know how that works yet.
Yeah, I think it also probably is like state to state as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well, New Jersey, you don't need a license
yeah,
for pro wrestling compared to everywhere else.
yeah. New York's crazy over here. It's
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
can't do anything. I see
yeah.
it all the time.
Commissioner. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts. But oh my god, so like through a lot of the times that I see you at shows, you're always taking bumps, and I turn you into gifts all the time.
Thank you.
I think that's why a lot of people like me, because I'm able to get like footage, and then I can turn everybody into gifts. So
Well,
you take a lot of bumps.
yeah, yeah. I love it. I mean, like I used to wrestle too, so like I'm not gonna lie, I always get that itch whenever I like take a choke breaker from Nick Gage and we'll talk in the back or whatever. And he's like choke breaker. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And it's just like I don't mind, and I also do it just to show everyone, like for my own wrestling resume, that like if if you need me to do backstage work for anywhere else, I could do the ref stuff. I could do back like I could take bumps if you need. It doesn't matter to me. Like it's all I'm here to play every single role if necessary. But the bump thing, yeah, 100%. I'm not gonna lie, I mark out for it. It's fun. To get your gifts and stuff for it. It's a good time.
And then we'll
But
see you later. Like, you okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm
yeah,
good.
I'm good. No worries. Yeah. Broke my back, spinal.
Oh man. Um.
But
So why don't we incorporate some of these fan questions that I have? Thank you guys for all your fan tweets. I appreciate it. So Cyric of Chaos, what was your biggest area of opportunity in your first 2 years in the business?
ring positioning. Um, so if that's an in ring question, first off, thank you for the question. I'm gonna say that to everyone because that's just who I am. So thank you again. It's definitely ring positioning. I used to move around a lot, not knowing how to work the horseshoe, make sure you're not on camera, in the way of the hard cam, and then in due time you're working the mobile camera as well, making sure you're not blocking any type of uh, just cameraman or even I try to stay away from photographers too, even though they're supposed to be known to like work around you. That's a team effort. I'm trying to help them out as well. But that's probably my biggest opportunity within the first 2 years.
Wow, pretty cool. Um, So we have another fan tweet from Chris about how much training goes into being a ref.
Okay. It really depends on you. Um, and I said because literally like I'm not sure if people see me tweet this or not, but every Wednesday like I study. I have a yellow notebook and I'll write down notes and I'll steal people's uh like I never met Turner, but who referees for AEW, but I steal a lot from him, like his mannerisms and such. Uh, and Bryce as well. Bryce is really good. Um, so like okay, when I started training, cool. I did the training thing, right? But you study everyone else's work, and then you also study the wrestlers as well. So the benefit for me, and this is not me putting myself over, just the fact that being a wrestler and learning ring placement on certain spots. And some people might be refereeing right now and don't know what a certain move is. It might sound really generic and like, oh, how's that possible if you're a wrestling fan or if you've been a fan in the past and now you're a worker as a referee? It really depends on how much you really want to put your heart and soul into it. It's like if you got everyone, like in my honest opinion, everyone should have the WWE network. Like if you're a worker, should be studying on a constant basis and always have someone to watch or multiple people to watch on a constant basis to steal their ideas,
Well,
pick their brain.
there's my yeah. I see you post stuff that you're like, oh, what matches should I watch? And I see you
Mhm.
put posts out like that, so it's pretty interesting. Now I know
Yeah,
like
yeah.
why. So, so our friend Brad, you know Brad. Brad's my best friend.
What's up?
That's my best friend. He actually had like got me into ICW, and he got me very big into like the indie scenes more than I already was. So, of course, he had to send a question. So he said, "Who is on your Mount Rushmore of wrestling refs?" AEW has allowed their refs to have personalities and be characters. Do you like that, or do you prefer the idea of blending into the background and just doing the count?
Okay. First off, I'm gonna answer a second question first.
Mhm.
I like the idea of showing your character. I think developing something like so WWE. I never worked for them, and I respect both companies as much as equally. I like how WWE does not want to show you to react to the moves as if like you have seen them before. Um, so that's the I guess you can say their structure and their style, which I love. And then you have the AEW style, where they want you to just be yourself, and I think that's great as well. Like, there's no right or wrong, but if the question is, do I enjoy it? Yes, and I think me personally, like me showing my personality and seeing that happening on AEW has helped me as my professional career show more of my character in the ring as well. Um, not Rushmore. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure how many people are on it. Is that like 4 or 5? I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not good at that type of stuff. But I'm gonna make up my own. So the Ryan T thing, cool. So young, uh, Brian Earl Hebner, huge fan of Brian. Uh, awesome. Uh, Jimmy Corderas and Mike Yoda. Yeah, those are mine.
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I might as well just go through all the fan tweets. Why not? Okay,
Sweet.
so another one from Crown US King. What was your earliest wrestling memory growing up?
Huh. I wonder if that means like as a kid.
Yeah.
Okay. So I forgot what show it was, but I'm watching. I came home after my chemotherapy when I had cancer when I was a kid, and I watched something with Sid Vicious versus Hogan. I remember. I don't know why. I'm not sure if it was pre-tape, like if my parents taped on VHS or something.
Mhm.
And I remember watching that, and there was some promo with Sid Vicious, and I'm not gonna lie, I was like, Mom! And like my dad, I'm like, Dad! It freaked me out. But no, I mean, there's that. But like I guess my favorite one was I went to a house show from the Valerie Fund had like their version of like a Make a Wish, and they brought me to a house show with my family, and it was Sid Vicious and Hogan in a battle royal, and Sid Vicious hit Hogan with a chair and rolled him out on the bottom of the bottom rope, and won the battle royal somehow. And I'm still angry to this day. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome. So actually, I'm gonna hit the one in the chat. So Chris asked in the chat because our friend Conrad also was pointing up to it as well. He said, "Since you're in the Retromania video game, what's your favorite
Mm.
video game of all time?
My favorite video game of all time, non wrestling.
Anything?
Oh, sweet. NBA Jam.
Yeah,
100%.
you're a big NBA
100%.
guy. Definitely, I
Yeah.
see that.
I love the NBA. If not Street Fighter and Ryu, because I'm Ryu. I marked that for it. But yeah,
That's so awesome. What an honor. Um, so now we have another fan tweet from Crown US King. Are there any names for us to keep an eye on in 2020 that you think might break out on the independent scene? Oh, I'm really
Matt.
curious about this one.
Yes. The first one that goes in my head is Matt Virgo. Matt Virgo. He wrestles for UW Elite, Pizza Party Wrestling, and I think I think he is debuting for Synergy Wrestling. He is I don't know what you want how to describe it. He basically can do everything. I think he's like maybe 6'1", 6'2", and he lucha stuff, strong style, but great with the fans and a great fan interaction. Whatever type of wrestling you want, he'll bring it to the table. And just overall professional, setting up the ring, setting up the chairs, breaking down the ring, and he's been doing this for quite some time. So he deserves. I could definitely see him being the next breakout star for this year.
Ooh, lot of. There's so much great talent out there. That's so cool. I mean, like I think it's pretty cool. Like even that you get to work with all these guys. Like who has been okay? You know what? Let's put it this way. What's been your favorite match up to date that you refereed?
All right. It was Cody Rhodes. Sorry for this light.
You're good.
It was Cody Rhodes versus Tommy Dreamer in House of Hardcore.
Oh wow.
That was awesome. I got took like a splash in the corner from Tommy, and then I think Cody might have like gave him a low blow or something. It turned heel at the last minute of the match. Crossroads and the 1, 2, 3. But that was awesome. That was a great match. The referee, just because like Tommy.
The cops coming for you. They're
So
coming for you.
let me let all the fans know real quick. I'm over by a Wawa right now, right? I didn't know where to go, and now like I think I almost got hit by a car
Oh
already.
god.
So like there's lights going on, and you see me going like this.
They're coming
now,
for
like,
Ryan. They're coming for
There's
him.
ambulance. There's the popo and stuff, and yeah, I'm not sure if I should be over here right now.
Well, Colin was telling when he was on, he was telling everybody that he was behind the Wendy's dumpster and stuff. So
That one sounds creepy. Colin, we gotta talk about that one.
shout out to Colin. I love Colin. Oh man, I can't wait to. You're gonna be there, obviously, the March 28th show.
Yeah,
Yes.
yep.
So that's gonna be that's gonna be fun.
But that was my favorite match. It was Cody versus Tommy. Just because like Tommy, if I'm not mistaken, Tommy said during a promo at the end of the match that he hired Cody, and Tommy was a huge fan of Dusty, and getting the wrestle with Cody for the first time, and then me having the honor to referee that match meant so much to me.
That's awesome. Is there a dream match in your head that you would love to ref?
No dream match. Just the opportunity to work on the big stage would be cool, even if it's backstage stuff. There's no dream match. It's just more like hopefully one day that opportunity will come for something else, and if it does, it's cool. If not, I'm living the dream already.
That's awesome. Is there like a goal that you would like to do? Like a promotion that maybe like an all-time goal, and then maybe like we could talk about like maybe some indie scenes that you would like to work with.
All right, I'll just say I want to work for AEW.
AEW, I love it.
100%. I mean, I would work for either one if I ever was given the opportunity. The reason why, if I was given that, like, I'll just be honest with you. A lot of people will probably come on here and they'll be asked that question. They'll say, "Oh, WWE, AEW, I like the mutual." So do I. I do. But one thing that really hits home for me is that the community service that they do at AEW, even though WWE does a lot as well, but I see a lot more social media work on it from AEW standpoint, and for what they do for people who have autism at the venue, at the arenas, and just I think before their first show, they dropped off 2 tickets for people who couldn't afford it. Like Cody and Brandy went to I saw there's it's on their YouTube channel or something on Twitter where they did like a video package of them just dropping off tickets to this family just because. Like that's awesome, and like for what I do on the outside, also in wrestling, that's where I would love to work just because of how much I see them giving back, but also posting it on a constant basis.
It's so great. It's so great what they do. Me and Kyle got to meet some of the people that ran Culture City when we were in Maryland when we went down for Full Gear. And Kyle got a chance to talk to them and stuff like that.
That's
Oh
awesome.
man, it's great, and that's what it's all about. And I love that AEW is all about the fans, and they give back. I mean, even today with the being the lead, I don't know if you saw, but one of the fans that they had them come in and introduce like the Young Bucks, and he didn't expect them to come
Yeah,
out. That was pretty cool. It's just, I love it. I love it. It's just a
yeah,
great promotion. So, and you said
100%.
you wouldn't mind like. You wouldn't really care if you were given the opportunity. So there's no like dream places like in the indie scene that you haven't ref for yet that you would like to ref for, or
On Indies, no, it just like this might sound like basic, and I'm not trying to be like a corporate salesperson here. It's just like the fact that like whatever's handed to me, I like. Not sure, not everyone believes in stuff like this, but I feel like God just giving me that blessing and that
mm-hmm.
gift to be able to work wherever, and that just means a lot to me. I post about it on social media a lot of like just people giving me opportunities, and it just means a lot to me.
Right.
So wherever happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm here to just have a good time.
That's awesome. By the way, I have a couple people in our chat that you know. Margaret's in there, and so is Josh. You know all
What
these
up?
guys. I had to tell you. So our friend Charles, he's another one that you're aware of as well. That he's been to ICW as a lot of times with us. He had a couple of questions. So he said, we'll start with this one. Did you get to try the Retro Mania game since you're the referee in a game?
I've tried the game, but it wasn't when the referee was in the game yet.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually just speaking to the owner of Retromania Wrestling, and hopefully I can try it out soon. But I think they're going to be more than likely they'll be down there for House of Hardcore on April 11th, and real quick pitch at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, April 11th. There's going to be a convention before the event. I'm pretty sure they're going to be having a stand there. But I have not played the game with me in it. I played the game. It's literally awesome. I'm not just saying that because I'm in it. It's just the fact that like it's retro,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like it's that nostalgia stuff. It's just so cool.
That's awesome. He said, which I think we answered, but just in case, like if you have something else that's in your mind, what is your career highlight so far?
Given the opportunity from Tommy to work for House of Hardcore, I was a quick reason why is because I was 215 pounds like 5 years ago, and I was lost. Like I graduated from college, got my bachelor's degree while still doing wrestling shows, while working full time, and then I saw Tommy. I refereed for him at Ace Wrestling when he wrestled TJ Marconi, and I just told my story about like, like I'm not sure anyone knows or whatever, but like me having cancer as a kid and how wrestling motivated me when I got older. And then he's like, "Listen, man, if you drop the weight, you can come work with me." I'm like, "All right, cool. Like, I'll take that." Like, and it motivated me. A year later, I dropped like 45 pounds. Ran to Tommy, and he's like, "Hey, are you available this date? You're booked." So then, it's really cool that he can he relies on me, but like also gave me that golden stage opportunity.
That's so cool. So cool. And then he says he's got a non-wrestling question. Who is your
Okay.
favorite New Jersey Devils player? He said mine is Martin Border. I know I'm saying
Martin Brodeur?
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
I don't watch basketball.
Mine was Scott Niedermeyer. I was a huge I used to play some hockey. I was very big on defense, and on all sports I'm very big on defense. But good choice on the Brodeur, Martin Brodeur, and then Scott Niedermeyer for me.
Awesome. So here I'm gonna ask you this question because this is my favorite question I ask everybody that comes onto the podcast. What's the craziest thing you've seen a fan do to get like your attention?
No, I was actually I'm at the gym right just before, and I watching the one you did with Casey,
Mm-hmm.
and I heard her response. I'm like, oh my god, I don't have anything like that. Thank God. So, and that actually brings me back to one thing real quick. And I did want to say this as I have this car backing up to me. Oh my god.
Oh. No. Well, we got footage if anything happens.
Right? He's playing some like dubstep or something. Brandon Kirk should be the breakout star for this year, especially with the match he had recently with Takeda. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But he could be there's no reason why Brandon Kirk's not everywhere. I'm just kidding. I know that's like way before what we were just talking about, but yeah. So All right, can you repeat that question one more time? I got distracted by his SUV.
Oh no. Well, me asking like, what's the craziest thing a fan's done to get your attention? Nick Shin had he was telling the story about a fan threw a whole pie into the ring at him.
I mean, I mean, that's I can't beat that. Like mine's not like a really funny one. There was I had one fan. I won't say it wasn't really stalkerish, but it just got weird. I was like 22. I was wrestling as my name was. I'm not sure everyone knows, and you can barely find anything about me on social media about this. My name is Ryan Rumble. I did like a bushwhacker comedy, like cruiserweight gimmick, and there's one dude that well, his family would always try to reach out to me. Like it was like I think it was like during MySpace times. I'm not gonna lie.
Boy.
And like would reach out to me on a constant basis on there. Had to block them. Like it just became really like awkward because I'd still see him at the shows and be like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, great. But nothing really crazy. I mean, nothing in particular. I never had a pie thrown at me, but that's pretty cool. Good job, Nick. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, nothing. I never really had anything crazy. So anyone that's watching this right now, don't let anyone like do anything crazy. Okay?
No, I mean, we've had some interesting stories on the podcast. Pies thrown. Joey Silver talked about somebody handed them their baby while he came out of the outside.
Oh, I thought you meant like creepy stuff. Oh no.
No, it could be anything. Like anything.
Was,
like This doesn't have to be creepy.
It didn't happen towards me. Like I mean, I was in the way. I was refereeing the squad, Mikey and Kenny at House of Hardcore against LAX, and Kenny threw his his headband, in the crowd like 5 rows deep, and someone towards the finish flung it like brought it back like this and flung it up in the air, and it was coming towards the guys, and I caught it one-handed. I put it in my pocket. Crowd popped, and like I could have gotten decked in the face. It would have been really funny. Probably been like a botchamania or something. And then I mean, it went right into the pinfall. And I was like, yeah, I mean, that was pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, no, there's always like interesting stories that we always hear. That's why like I always ask, for things like that.
I kind of want to see that like pie thing now.
I know. We have to go bother him and go find it. It was funny because I remember he said to me that the Dropkick Depression show that I went to, he said that was the first time that you guys actually reffed together. So that was a pretty fun show, and I love it how all you guys started doing the damn conga line. Now I feel like see it all the time now when like you're around at a lot of the shows of you guys doing the conga line, and it's special.
That was awesome. That was a good time.
Yeah, I love it. I think these are the things that get me into indie wrestling is that I see you guys and the wrestlers, and you guys are having so much fun, and I feel like that makes so much more of all these shows.
Yeah, I 100% agree, and I remember I think you asked that question, or you're speaking to Casey about that same topic, and yeah, just companies letting us be ourselves, and I mean, even people just say I'm just a ref. No, I want to be that ref that people can rely on, but also they can just let me be. Like, you want comedy? Okay, I bring comedy. You want me to be very serious? I'll be serious. Whatever. But like Dropkick Depression, Synergy, let you like I mean, GCW does the same thing. House like they all do the same thing, but it just I don't know. Like indie wrestling is awesome. Like it's all the companies I work for all like let you just.
That's good.
Do you like every match is there to break out, and it's like okay. It used to be like okay, psychology for each match. Like wrestling is growing now to the fact that like it's like I'm going off topic here a little bit, but something I do want to pitch because this has always been on my mind. It's like sports, like people like the MLB right now. People are like they're trying to duck the game down in time because people like millennials and stuff like that. Like okay, I get it, but wrestling is at a different like the fast paced lucha style. Like it's happening because we don't want people texting. We want people's eyes on the prize the entire time.
Right.
And like the comedy, like you're bringing that up. And how long ago that happened? Like that show was like 4 months ago. Maybe less.
I think it was more. I think it was like September, October. I think the one that I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah. So like it still has that effect on you, which means the other 200 people that were there, it definitely has. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like it's a great thing that pro wrestling, and indie wrestling in general allows us just to be us.
Yeah. It's a great thing. So, do you have like a
Mhm.
preference? What do you like more? Do you like being referee and like more of like the technical wrestling? Do you like more getting involved in like the death matches? Like, what is your favorite to like ref?
I love technical wrestling. It lets me show my just my professionalism, like the way I work. I get to it challenges me more. Um, to be more vocal, to work, to not work. I'm not working the crowd, but it's just more that like I'm working the match a lot more. Like it's a more challenge for me physically and mentally, of camera angles as well as like interaction, calling, helping out with spots. Like if a worker has to ask me a question during the match or tell him or her to do this, it's it's more on my plate, and I want that.
It's good.
Yeah,
I I love the death matches. I do get a little nervous. Some of
yeah,
them
same.
I do. You do? Like I
Oh
mean
yeah, like yeah. I'm sorry. You can go ahead.
no. I want to hear. Like tell me like on your side of like the death. I know I freak out with some of this. I love light tubes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mhm.
But some of them like it gets a little gory for me. But like really like I want to elaborate. Tell me more like about this.
Oh, okay. So when I first started doing death matches, when I was told I had like, hey Ryan, do you mind doing one? I was like, no. But then it became okay. Like this is like I started studying it more. I've only been doing it for like I think 4 or 5 years, but I mean like at first I was nervous, but then something I was always told was like in wrestling, if you're nervous, you're ready. And so it's just like I brought that to the table. And do I still get nervous? I mean, I do, but it's not like where I'm like I know I can handle it. Like if something, knock on wood, if something bad did happen, I know I can still take care of it. Like I know I can still handle the situation. If my thing is, if you're a referee out there and if you're not comfortable doing it yet, don't do it. Just stick to your like heart in that sense. But yeah, I mean, like I do get nervous, but it's whatever. Like the last GCW show, I did a run in, and in the back, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna slide in that glass for this like falsy. I'm not gonna slide in. And there's glass all over the place. There's Gage and RSP, and then I ran right in there and slid right in the ring, cut my arm and stuff. I didn't care. I was like, the momentum of it was just like, let's go, let's go. I was just amped.
Oof.
Yeah.
It is. I scare. I'm gonna start coming around with a med kit. I keep telling everybody because everybody makes me nervous sometimes. I said,
Oh no, I mean like that's the thing. Like at GCW, we have stuff
yeah.
like people don't know. We do have like people on site for certain events, and do have people like we do have like a little medical kit stuff like that. We have stuff like that. Just uh, everyone knows how to take care of each other, which is awesome.
That's good.
Mhm.
Conrad said in chat, what do you do that makes you stand out as a ref, even if it's a little?
I I think my favorite thing to do is to stand out, and it's not just because I'm not like just I really put myself over to make myself different. And just I like to come out and say hi to all the fans like in line, because I don't forget about the being that person sitting outside in the cold, and like as a teenager or whatever, when I was like not working shows at the time, and they're like, oh man, I really want to go, and like I know what it's like for a like I'm to some people I'm just a ref, but my thing is, if there's a person who's never been to a wrestling event before or has been, and they're shy, and like they're shy to go up to an Alex Zane, a Depp in the KTB or whatever, because like how great they are as performers. Like I'll try to break that ice, because like if I'm a referee going up to somebody and it makes them comfortable, maybe it'll make them comfortable to go up to those people now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my thing, is like always interacting with the fans and making sure they're having a great time before the event and saying thank you to everybody, because it sounds generic, but without you guys, there'd be no wrestling.
Well, you're definitely full of personality, and he knows whenever I'm over there that he's like, all right, like at least like this one's gonna be loud over here or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always trying to start the wave. He comes over by me, all right, we're gonna start the wave, and I'm like, all right, let's do it. Like,
Yeah. So we need that, like that energy that has to be brought there, because like
it,
I'm not the only one that works like a 10-hour day. There's everyone else. Like who people are traveling like 12 hours just to get to an event, like
Yeah.
by car,
Yeah.
like, and we need that adrenaline rush for us to. I mean, I don't speak on everyone's behalf, but like I need that adrenaline rush to stay awake.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But no, like what you guys do at every event and what I see, it's awesome.
we,
It's
we
just
we come as a
like
posse and we cause a lot of havoc. I think a
that
lot of
that
people appreciate us.
that no, it's awesome because like it's like wrestling events now, like the people who are really succeeding, like I'll say like GCW, ICW, uh, I mean Synergy starting it just like it's a party.
Yeah.
Just it's not just an event; it's becoming a party where everyone's welcome, and like you start playing, just getting music that get everyone pumped up, and then like the workers hang out with the fans. Like it's not workers hang out with fans; it's people hang out with people,
Yeah.
and that's what makes like I don't know. That's why I recently I've been falling even more in love with wrestling because of that.
Yeah, it's cool, and me as like a fan and getting close to a lot of like you guys and hanging out, and it's been awesome, and I still fangirl a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's I'm still like it's still weird with some of the interviews that I do because I'm like, oh, I fangirl like Alex Zane, and within like 3 minutes of our interview, I felt like relaxed because I was like, he's so cool. It was like he's just like a normal dude. I was like, he's just hanging out talking about tacos. I was like,
That's and that's what's awesome about it is like you don't like I don't have to change. You don't have to change. Everyone just could be themselves, and like if that's how like that's what's awesome about it.
yeah, it's like a big party. That's why like I preach like indie wrestling is where it's at. It's more
Mm-hmm.
intimate. And it's cool. Like you said, it's like the interaction. Even you, like it's just the interaction with everybody, and everybody just wants to have a good time. It's just like a big party. It doesn't even
So
matter
that's
like where you are.
100%. It's like it's just that atmosphere,
Hmm.
and everyone just feels welcome and like, hey, what's up? And like it's like I'll come to you and say like hi to you like or anyone. Like it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
It's like oh, I'm cool with you. I'm cool with everyone else. It's whatever.
It's such a cool experience. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot of fun. Um so okay, so let's you brought up before, but let's talk about the Valerie Fund a little bit. Tell everybody all about it and how you
Sweet.
got involved, and please like it's for a
Okay.
great cause.
Sorry if I'm talking too much here.
No,
Uh,
don't. This is what we want.
all
Give
right,
it to
cool.
us.
All right. So the Valerie Fund is a nonprofit organization that helps out kids with who are battling cancer and blood disorders. I used to have cancer as a kid. I had leukemia. Uh, and I'll get into I'll get into it now, I guess. When I was battling leukemia, or before that, I was a big wrestling fan. I was watching with my parents, my brother, uh, and then that's when I got sick. I had like a whole bunch of bruises and stuff on me, and it might sound like a sad story here, but it comes out with a positive outcome. Uh, had my doctor come out to me. His name is Dr. Cam. He just retired last year. He's an awesome guy. Uh, I was on. I'll never forget this. It's weird. I can literally like write down or like, no, not write down. I can literally like make a movie on like certain scenarios, and because I remember them like vividly. I was on my hospital bed. My doctor came and just me and him in there, and he just goes, "You got bad guys in you." Like, and I just remember as a kid, okay, like, just okay. He's like, name some bad guy wrestlers. I'm like Undertaker and Yokozuna. And he goes, who's your favorite wrestler? I'm like, Hulk Hogan. He's like, you have to be like Hulk Hogan and beat these bad guys up. And then that's where I started. That's when I realized that, okay, I'm like, okay, something's wrong with me. And then 3 years later, I beat leukemia. And ever since then, this mentality, I've been going uh, I was a camper at this camp called Camp Happy Times from the Valerie Fund from when I was like 7 till I was like 18. Then I became a leader in training there, and then I became a counselor. But even at a young age, I was like, I don't know why, but I'm like, okay, I want to give back somehow. And for my doctor telling me that, and my parents always watching wrestling with me to motivate me when I was battling this, uh, and overcoming it, it always made me feel like, okay, I need to give back. I need to give back. I need to give back. So every event, every year for the last 14 years, I do some sort of like supply drive or donation type of drive for the Valerie Fund. And yeah, I mean, I've been back at the campus my second year back. It's gonna be this year. I took like 3 years off or so. Uh, yeah, it's I can go on all about it because I'm so passionate about giving back to them. Like I have the camp logo tattoo on my back. I'm not sure if anyone ever noticed or anything, but yeah, I'm we're doing a show in South River for UWA Elite in April. We're gonna be doing a supply drive for the camp. Then we're gonna be doing one at Synergy again, uh, possibly other companies as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I know like you've been doing the autographs and you've been
Mhm.
donating the autographs over to them, which I think is so great. I mean,
Yep.
I'm very big into like the especially like promotions that are very big into charity. So I love getting involved with that. I mean, that's why like I'm also helping out at the Synergy show that I'm actually you'll be there and I'll be there early. I'm planning I don't know why Colin's letting me plan a party.
It's awesome.
But yeah, Colin's letting me plan a party for that,
That's
so
sick.
that's gonna be fun. So I'm looking forward to that. But I love it, like all the
Well,
proceeds that we do get because we are doing raffles. So whatever
okay.
proceeds we make, we're gonna donate to the autism acceptance. I know he's doing the show in April, but unfortunately, I won't be able to go to that show. But I want to help, so I'm gonna help throw this party with heel pops and chair shots.
That's
We're gonna
awesome.
get that
Yeah,
going.
guys.
Yes, so I'm looking forward to that. So this is great. So you guys gotta come out, come hang out,
Uh,
come meet Ryan if you don't know Ryan. If
I'll be there.
yeah, he'll be
But
there. He'll be doing the
that's awesome.
Macarena.
That's awesome. You should be really proud of yourself that you're doing. That's awesome.
I love it. I just think it's great. I mean, I love it. Like I said, I love when a lot of promotions do stuff for great causes. So I'm all about this,
Hmm.
and especially like I know like me, Brad and Margaret, like we definitely wanted to help you out with that as well because we know
Thank
that
you.
you're passionate about that. So that's why I wanted to bring it up on the podcast. And we were talking about your shoes at the ICW. That was
Yep.
cool. Let's talk about the shoes. Tell everybody
Yeah.
about the shoes.
So all right. So I got a pair of got a pair of black and white sneakers. Picked them up and I drew on there. So January was 25 years of being cancer free. Whoop whoop.
Congrats.
And thank you. And yeah, I drew on the camp logo on there. Put like 25 years cancer free. I do have two pairs. The other pair I didn't put up for auction yet. And all the money goes to the. By the way, when I do these raffles or auctions or whatever, all the money goes to the Valerie Fund Camp Happy Time so they can buy supplies for the campers because people forget like pillows, blankets, toothbrushes, and also we'll pay for like some events that they do at the Valerie Fund Camp Happy Times. But yeah, so I had a whole bunch of people autograph from GCW. Uh, I had like Matt Justice, Alley Cat, Deppin, KTB, Tremont, Schlack, Ophidian, Lucky 13. I think G Raver actually signed one of them. Um, I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, he did. He was there. And then Janelle signed them for us as well. And I put them online, and then we raised $255 off those sneakers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
That's
that
so
was really cool.
awesome. That's so cool. And it's so cool what the wrestlers get involved as well in all
Yeah,
this. It's great.
yep.
It's humbling. It's so humbling. I swear. So so I gotta ask because I call
Mhm,
it fangirling. All right. Do you fanboy
mhm.
anybody? Is there anybody that like you've refed and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm refing this person right now.
At first it was like at first I had refereed. I'm not just saying this because like what I was speaking to about the AEW thing.
Hmm.
I'm just being honest. I only worked for Evolve once. I did their tryout and I worked for Evolve like 3 months later, and I got the referee Ethan Page versus Cody, and it was when Cody first got off the Indies, and that's when he debuted as the for the Bullet Club.
Hmm.
He
That's
came out
cool.
with the shirt for the first time and everything, and I got punched by Cody during that show. It was really cool. Uh, and that took a hip toss from Ethan Page into the corner. But like that, I think working with him just means a lot because for those I only worked with him twice, but I think it's just because like I used to like idolize certain people like Hogan, Dreamer, Dusty
Hmm.
when I was younger. That working for him and knowing that how his father played a huge impact. But he doesn't really notice. I don't think. I think I maybe spoke to him like for a few seconds about it, but like his father actually like helped motivate me and when like an older Dreamer did, and then before that Hogan was. So it's really cool when I was battling this stuff and getting to idolizing them, and then working with the family members or the sons or daughters of these legends. It's pretty cool.
That's cool. So are we gonna see you in the ring? I know you've wrestled in the ring a couple of times. Are we gonna see you come back
I
into the ring?
I would love to. Uh, I actually would love to start wrestling once in a while again. I did last year uh, for a local company, but if the opportunity is there, it'd be awesome. If not, it's whatever. But I would love to because I want to show the world what I could do. I always did comedy stuff, but I think from people seeing these bumps that I take, like at ICW,
Hmm. A lot at
where I got
ICW.
at ICW, I took a chair shot from Barbarian, choke slam. No, no, choke slam from the Barbarian, chair shot from the Warlord, threw into a barrier from Gage, DVD'd from Tremont. I got like choked out with a chain, thrown over a table. Like my thing is like
Those were the
I
gifts.
want if there's a company out there that says like, hey Ryan, like let's see what you got. Will I do it full time? No. Like I love my referee role, but it'd be sick like just to get that opportunity, just to show everyone like because how much wrestling has grown now. Like hey, your referee just doesn't just count because I do a lot more than I can do a lot more. I just love my role as referee.
Yeah. Okay, so who's the dream match? Who's the dream match? If you could get into the ring with somebody, who would it be?
Just because I've wrestled him before and like just have great chemistry would be KTB.
Oh, I love KTV. He's so
Like
awesome.
yeah, like KTB should be everywhere right now,
Yeah.
or certain somewhere right now, 100%.
Yeah.
I'll just say,
There's a
uh,
lot like that.
yeah, like Deppin. I feel like Deppin should be like somewhere right now.
Preach. Sign
Yeah,
him.
I won't be shooty here, but like there's a lot of people I think who will be. I think it would be certain people's like year this year.
Yeah.
I think
I do
like
too.
I think it's just gonna happen. Um,
Year of Gangone. I'm sorry. Year of number one
Yeah. No,
husband.
oh no. Yeah. 100%. Him and I have spoken about that for the last few years now, and like his and Anthony's like if you watch this, it's just the fact that like his music's different from everybody else's. His wrestling appearance is different from everyone else's. The way he moves in the ring is different. Like it just
He's
so
got-
many differences. Like my thing is just because it's not if something's not normal, like as in like if people are not used to a certain thing, doesn't mean it's not normal.
Yeah.
Or if it's not okay. Like if there's so many different topics you can speak of about right now, but like I don't know, it's just because it's different doesn't mean it's not okay. Like and like I honestly think Gangone could be like I could see him having like I'm not just trying to say this because like I know like he's on your
My
list,
husband list.
but I'm friends with him and
Yeah.
he has a like he just has a great character in the way he's a great locker room leader too and tries to help out people. Like that's what I think people need. Like
He's got a great mind too.
yeah, 100%, 100%. He gets it.
Yeah.
He 100% gets it.
And I always say that about him. I mean, there's a lot of people, like we said, that could be signed. And I always say it about him that it's like, since I follow him a lot and I see him in the ring a lot, that his mind, like as a wrestler, and always say this, that he never ceases to amazes me because he always surprises me like every match because it's very
Mhm.
different. It's not the same move set. Where some wrestlers that you see, it's like the same set.
Mhm.
You don't see that with him. And that's like where I think I don't know why he hasn't been signed yet. I hope he gets like signed. Tony, like you said, Tony Deppin's another one that I'm
Yeah.
shocked like he hasn't
Yeah.
been signed yet because he's that good. So, but
Yeah,
ugh,
not like there's multiple people. You have Justice, you have
yeah,
Mance. Like there's just so many. One person I'm not gonna lie, I'm really like I'm marked out for happy for is Dan Moff. Dan Moff definitely deserved to shine again like that. That's awesome.
yeah,
Happy
it's
for him.
it's great. I love all this.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna ask one final question, and then we could talk about like really quickly like some shows that you have coming up because we're going to
Okay.
the hour mark. But is there any
Sweet.
like advice that you would give anybody that's trying to get into the business, whether they want to be a referee or whether they want to be a wrestler? Like any advice that you would give, an inspiring wrestler,
if
referee, or anything that they want to get into the wrestling business?
have fun with it. That's it. Like that's it. Might like it sounds cheesy or just like make sure you're doing it for fun. Like because if you like for a referee, is there much money involved? No, but like I thought about this the other day. I went out with my friends the other day who are just my friends. You know, like they're not from wrestling related, and I'm like, okay, this is cool and all, but like I miss my wrestling. Like I miss interacting with people like you, and like it just like I've been off the last 2 weeks from not having any events, and it feels weird. like I like I'm not used to it. My thing is like if do it because you love it. Just don't do it because it's like I don't know how to say it. It's
Like a job, like do it,
no,
like
no,
you know,
no,
like
no,
this.
that's the thing. People have it as a job, and that's okay. Like that's awesome because
Yeah,
people love it. But like I guess more my thing. What I'm trying to say is like before you put your heart and soul into it, like think about like put down your pros and cons of like why to do it and why not to do it, and just see if it's really for you because it's not really for everyone. My first few years in, it wasn't for everyone. Last year, I'm gonna be honest with you, like it had a time at my point in my life where I'm just like, is this for me? And but like I keep a list that I keep like things that like I'll keep certain cards from certain shows or I'm sorry, I say shows. Blue Meeting taught me on social media always call them events. Like do it because you love it, not because like people are saying, oh, like a lot of people say, oh, you don't worry, you'll get signed one day. You'll get signed one day. For me, like I've heard that so many times. If it doesn't happen, it's cool because like I still have have a time of my life doing this.
yeah,
So my thing is like make sure you're going into it because you love it and you're passionate about it, not just because
yeah,
like people might say like, oh, you'd be good at this. Just
yeah,
do it because you want to.
yeah. And it
Yeah, that's
definitely
it.
shows with you because I definitely see you always put all those positive tweets out and posts, and you're always saying that, like, you know, you're always positive, and it's great. So I mean,
Thank you.
I love it. You know, I
No,
love
thank
it.
you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, like it just there's a lot of negative energy out in this world, and like I
Oh,
mean, I'm
it's
not
too
gonna lie.
much.
Like from what I've been through, was definitely a game changer in my life. No pun intended. But just yeah, I mean, like we just need some positive stuff to happen in this world, and like I'm trying to bring that to trying to show everyone like, hey, I'll be honest, like I was supposed to be not here, you know, like if I can overcome that type of adversity and be positive, someone who's having like a bad day, if I tell them like, you know, like there's always someone having a bad day, so why not just put a smile on their face?
Absolutely, absolutely.
That,
That's why I always say, making moments,
mm-hmm.
live in the moment. That's it. Do what you love. I love coming
Yep.
to all these shows, and I'll be an ass, and I'll scream. I'll be your
Awesome. I'm
energy.
ready. Run, you stink. Woo.
I'll bring all the energy. I don't care. I told even like Brandon Kirk because the one that we were talking with Casey about that Brandon Kirk stole the woman's beer at Synergy, and
Awesome.
she got so upset.
I thought she was gonna punch me in the face. She walked. So real quick. So what happened here? So little add on here. Thank God because Kirk and Casey didn't say this because like I almost like wussed out in a sense because this girl came to the back and I'm walking out of the locker room to go referee like the main event or something, and she goes, "Hi, someone stole my girl now. His name's like Kirk or something." I'm like, "Yeah, it's yeah. Sorry, like what do you want me to say?" And she's like stumbling. It was really funny. I mean, she did
She
smell
was
like
drunk.
pure rubbing alcohol, like Casey said. But and like I went to the back. And I'm like, "Hey guys, just so you know, this lady's in my face." And Kirk's like, "Brad, here's the money. Just give it to her, please." And the next thing you know, the funny part was she wasn't even there by her seat. She was in the bathroom. So she was doing her thing or whatever. And then I told her husband or boyfriend what happened. And then I'm like, "Hey, just let you know, this is what," and I said, "What happened?" She's like, "Are you for real?" I'm like, yeah, the crazy one. Yeah, her. And then, I mean, yeah, she got her beverage afterwards or whatever.
I told Brandon next time, just come steal my stuff. I was like, I won't
No,
get mad.
it was so weird. And you can tell, like, she's never been to the event before.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah, you can definitely tell because when Mason stole her drink too, she was so pissed.
See, I didn't know that until you said it. I watched it today. I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
I turned it into a GIF as well because it was just classic when he just like pulled it and you see her like throwing her hands up like again, like what the hell?
In a positive note, if like just say hypothetically speaking, if they're watching this or if like they're gonna watch this, it happens at events. It's a thing, but like hopefully come back in a lot more positive mindset and stuff like that, and just don't maybe not drink so many beers.
Just come steal my stuff next time. I won't get mad.
I'm like, Kurt, go over there.
They all like most of the people like I'm like the plant now. Just like, oh, she's in the front. All right, cool. I can mess with her because I seem to be a big plant now at a lot of promotions now. Like I get messed with like insanely now.
I'll make sure we get the gifts for you then.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Got you. We'll trade.
Woohoo! I love it.
Like Topps baseball cards.
All right, what do you got?
Cool.
I got one of these. I love it.
Can we trade Pogs? Crazy balls.
So what's on the agenda? Tell everybody like where you're gonna be at next. Like if they want to come see you.
Cool. Well, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I will not be in Tampa now.
Oh, you're not going to Tampa?
No, I was going to. My real life job, I don't have enough personal time and stuff like that to take off. So, I mean, in a way I do, but there's some stuff I can't really, I can't take off right now,
Right.
which stinks. But I will be at UWA Elite in South River, New Jersey this Saturday. I thought it was last Saturday. It's for this coming Saturday. I recommend if anyone wants to see some new talent and like take a chance on just putting your money in to invest your money into a company, just to like, I think tickets are like $20. That's in South River, New Jersey. They put on an awesome product. I'm not gonna lie. So I got that. I have GCW this month. I have ICW this month. No holds barred. Those are awesome. That was a great time. Standalone wrestling, Synergy. Yeah, I'm booked.
Yep, that's how it goes.
Sweet.
I see how all you guys are. You're booked solid. I love
Yeah,
it.
it's fun.
I love it.
It's cool.
I'll definitely be at the Synergy show. So
Solid.
I'll definitely see you there. I swear, I keep a calendar of all the shows that I go to, and then that's pretty funny because now people are hitting me up asking me to come to shows. I'm like, which date is this? Which promotion is this? Like, it's crazy. It's booming, right? Like indie wrestling's booming. Like it's a lot crazier and more on the Northeast. So
Yeah,
it's
100%.
oof. So definitely check it out.
And the last thing, just want to pitch it because it's my home place. House of Hardcore, April 11th, Philadelphia. They have the convention before. We'll play the Retromania Wrestling video game. It's pretty awesome. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me change that. It's awesome. Check that out. And if you can also pre-order the game now for the Switch on their website and stuff like that.
The Switch. Leroy Switch is the 24/7 champ.
Oh, man, they should put him in it.
They really should.
That'd be awesome.
Really
They should put him for the vote, too.
Yeah. Darren from These Wolves, also from Go Pro Wrestling, is in the chat. He said that he'll see you at Synergy as well. So
sweet. Oh, yeah, thank you guys so much for, like, I always say it to them. I know I'm not trying to put myself over. It's really for them. But you guys do an awesome job. Everywhere you guys go, you always hear positive feedback about them. So thank you for everything that you guys do out there, because you guys make the event even more booming. So great. Thank you guys. Great job.
That is true, because it's like everybody's involved. It's not just the wrestlers that put everything on the line. It's everybody in the back and all the stuff that we do. And I've taken footage at IWA for you guys to see some of the stuff that goes on in Indy. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So I always give credit to everybody. You all deserve everybody. Commentary, announcer, everybody. So that's why I want everybody to come on to Under the Rope. So, but Ryan, go ahead. Finish what you're gonna say before, like I go.
No, I was gonna say I just want to say thank you to you, because I know we're going a few minutes over with this, but thank you. You did, like, this was awesome. You, like, I'm not gonna lie. She taught me how to use Skype. I have only done it at my job before. I didn't know you could download it from a phone. Yeah, and that's pretty bad that I didn't know how to do that. But thank you, because this was an awesome time. And you're doing a great job putting people over on your podcast and giving myself and others this great platform. So thank you so much.
No, of course, anytime. Like, I love it. I love you guys, and like I want to put everybody over. I want to show the world, everybody, like, of who's around and who should they follow. So definitely, you have my stamp of approval, because then you wouldn't be on my podcast.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, this was awesome. If you ever need
Macarenas.
you ever
I
want to
need
do this again,
Macarenas.
part
Come
two?
on. Yes, we would definitely do part two because that's what I kind of want to also do is I want to always have people come back after a while and tell more stories
Cool.
of like their year and stuff. So we'll definitely do that. But what we have to do, just so you know, since Darren's in the chat, okay, Darren does our These Wolves the Dead to Me was played on all Elite podcasts. It's our opener for All Elite podcast, and it was played on All Elite Wrestling before the MJF and Cody
Really?
package. So we're gonna celebrate at Synergy because I had already told him this. We're celebrating with champagne. We're gonna spray Colin
really?
because I said so. But no, we have to celebrate with him. So you're gonna be part of this too. So I'm gonna go get a bottle of champagne. I know Colin won't care that I'm gonna be bringing in a bottle of champagne, but we have to celebrate. We have to toast to Darren. So 'cause
Awesome.
this is just huge for him and the band.
Yeah.
So
That's cool with me.
definitely. So just
I'll
plug
be
everybody
there.
where they can find you. I did put it in the description below, guys, but tell everybody where they can find you on the social.
On the media of the social.
On the social.
So Twitter's my big one. It's at Ref Ryan T. By the way, T stands for Torox. No one ever really asks, but like, anyway, yeah. So at Ref Ryan T on Instagram. I'm sorry, Ref Ryan T on Twitter. Ref Ryan T on Twitter, and on Instagram it's Ref Ryan T 23.
Yes.
Everything kind of rhymes.
Yes. Go follow him. Go give him some love. You know, go give him some
Cool.
likes. Go check him
you.
out at a show. Come, we'll do the Macarenas together. So.
Macarena, Conga line. Yeah, I'm down.
I need to be part
I'm
of
down.
next conga line, okay? Like next conga line. Maybe we'll start one at Synergy.
That's cool, man. And next, maybe, I want to do the Soldier Boy dance. I want to learn that one. It's like 10 years old. I'm not gonna lie. Soldier Boy.
I think that will be Indy Talks episode 6, because I'm gonna get a lot of footage, and then we'll get you on. We'll do an interview together live at Synergy,
Awesome.
and as well. Then we'll definitely got to do the champagne thing, and that definitely has to be part of my footage that I need to capture for the next Indy Talks that we do. So, but Ryan, you're awesome. I appreciate that you came on. I love your story, and like I said, we'll definitely have you come back on after a while because. You don't know. I don't know. Maybe you get signed to AEW, and it was like that you need to give me the scoop.
That'd be awesome. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that'd be really cool. Thank you for having me. And last thing, if you don't mind me saying, is that if I can overcome anything in my life like I did, like battling cancer, if there's a person out there who's battling it, if there's a kid out there battling it, and they're watching this and need some motivation, I'm here for you. If I can achieve my goals, so can you.
Awesome.
I say that every podcast, so I just want to let everyone know that.
Thanks. So, thank you
problem.
guys for episode 16. I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed this interview. I had fun. Ryan had fun. We should end off doing the Macarena. Ready?
Run like the wind, say, hey, Macarena, run the bars on the way, Macarena.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
There's something you